Went down to
Okay,
Michael's
enough of that
Crafts with
nonsense. Let's get on with 1980s news.
Yes.
This week, as reported by comicbook.com. Am I gonna? Okay. Beetlejuice.
I love it.
Beetlejuice's iconic.
Oh, you're
traits
committed
are
now.
Back. In addition to her memorable work for Wednesday and The Little Mermaid, 4-time Academy Award-winning costume designer Colleen Atwood has been working on Tim Burton's long-awaited sequel to Beetlejuice. While chatting about her work on the upcoming Pain Hustlers, comicbook.com, by the way, because Will and I have different prescriptions, I had to make this a jumbo. This script is just jumbo-sized, so I could read it without the benefit of glasses. Although I did bring cheaters, just in case.
Oh.
That's much better.
Oh, wow.
Beetlejuice.
I'm slightly less terrified by the Nutty Professor.
Yes. Oh, then I must take them off. While chatting about her work on the upcoming Pain Hustlers, comicbook.com asked Atwood about the follow-up outing for The Ghost with the Most. And Atwood revealed that fans will be seeing Michael Keaton in his titular character's iconic striped suit.
Mm-hmm.
Atwood said, well, Beetlejuice has to have a striped suit. It's like doing Alice in Wonderland. Alice needs a blue dress. How long they wear it is another thing, but Beetlejuice is the quintessential Beetlejuice. Strangely, it was Michael. He thinks the burgundy tux is the quintessential Beetlejuice, not the striped suit.
Mm-hmm.
No. It's the striped suit. He's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
would be stunned if they
Yes.
didn't have the striped suit. It'd be like, yeah, we're going to do Top Gun Maverick, but no planes. You know, there's something you've got to have. You've got to have that striped suit. I'd be mad if they didn't.
I imagine
would
he
too.
might start in it and then burst out. In the first moments, like, that was old. Now it's new. Now check out my Riz. Or whatever that is.
Now the stripes are vertical.
No, they were vertical, right? They were vertical.
Horizontal. Edit that. You can edit that.
That's right.
Pretend this isn't live and just edit that.
They're diagonal.
Horizontal.
John, when this show goes out on Monday, it's going to be a
This is the Halloween bit, not the Christmas bit.
Oh.
Horizontal.
Now, Oscar-nominated costume designer Aggie Gerard Rogers designed the costume for the original film. She also worked on Burton for Pee-wee's Big Adventure as well. Another of my favorites of Tim Burton. I realize I'm not exaggerating my voice enough sometimes. Regarding the forthcoming...
Let's all take a drink right
Regarding the forthcoming sequel, director Burton recently told The Independent, I tried to strip everything and go back to the basics of working with good people and actors and puppets. Wait, he's going back to that? So that means on the other movies I worked on, everyone was an asshole.
And very few of them were puppets, which was unfortunate.
Speaking of Beetlejuice, as reported by the Los Angeles Times, you can't have Beetlejuice without Harry Belafonte. The music from the entertainer who died earlier this year is forever intertwined with Tim Burton's 1988 comedy. Now, were you familiar with his music before?
Yes.
Yes.
Before what?
Was. Before the movie.
Beetlejuice.
Maybe.
Before it was popularized in the film.
Ish.
Yes.
I probably was most introduced to Harry Belafonte post Beetlejuice, but it wasn't the first time I'd heard it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was not my first time hearing it either.
Mm-hmm. Well, certainly three decades earlier, Belafonte helped popularize the Jamaican folk song Day-O.
Mm-hmm.
How does it go, Day-O? By recording it for his 1950... There you go. I know I could encourage you to do that. Album Calypso.
You didn't get me.
30 years... What's that?
You didn't get me.
Didn't
Your cat fell for it.
Well...
I could keep going.
And 30 years afterward, Belafonte's smooth baritone for Day-O memorably emerged from the mouth of Catherine O'Hara's Delia during a kooky dinner party set piece. I always thought it seemed very incongruous, but not in the way which they attended. And for me, part of the problem was it didn't sound like the music was in the space. it sounded as if it was another track, which it was, to which she
Sure.
lip synced.
I agree. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Would have been
I
much more
agree.
effective
Movie
if it
magic.
was as if it was booming out of her mouth for real.
Mm-hmm.
I have a big problem with this just generally.
Oh no.
ADR.
It sounds like it. Okay.
ADR.
ADR.
You know, they go to all this trouble
Yeah.
to make it sound like, to for visual effects, to make stuff look in the space. But when they loop and add in dialogue later, they haven't, and I have an idea of how they could, have technology that allows them to replicate whatever was true on the set that day. Or
Right.
just have them go to a similar space. No, they're in a studio and then they're tweaking knobs to try to make it sound like it was
Right.
Like add a little
Drives me
echo,
crazy.
add a little mute, whatever, some muffled.
something. I mean, they do it, but they just, it's like they don't have an ear for it. Anyway,
No.
I am very good with technology and audio in particular, as is demonstrated by this episode.
Evidenced.
Yes. The suggestion to use the song came from O'Hara herself, according to co-star and perhaps convicted felon Jeffrey Jones. Was he ever convicted of those very bad things that he did? You guys don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Google
no.
it. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
She wanted to bring more energy to the
ignorance is
scene,
bliss.
which had originally planned to use an old school R&B song.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that would have
one?
been
Yeah.
fine too. I don't know.
Yeah, it depends on what it was, maybe.
Yes.
But it turns
But
out
Belafonte-
Back to the Future had already used Johnny B. Good, so it wasn't available.
Johnny! Johnny be good.
Johnny be good.
Everything must be sang in that cadence with those notes. I realize I'm starting to become true crime.
That's fine
It was
too.
Belafonte's recordings were reportedly cheaper to license too.
Oh.
And using the song in the movie was a strange ask for the Jamaican-American star, but one Belafonte didn't mind, particularly because it came directly from the legendary movie and music magnate David Giffen, who reportedly called Belafonte and told him that he wanted to use the original recordings for the song, or for the film rather.
Boss calls. Yeah.
Yes. Belafonte said, I never had a request like that before. We talked briefly. I liked the idea of Beetlejuice. I liked him, and I agreed to it. Anyway, a bunch of his songs were included, including the number at the end where Lydia Dietz is then dancing and levitating.
Levitating,
to,
right? Yep.
Yeah.
Another song at the end. Jump.
Yeah, that's
Jump
my
in the
favorite.
line. Yeah.
Jump in the line.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Jump
on my
in the
playlist.
line.
Rock your body in
intent.
time. Okay.
Not to be confused with the watch list. These are things you've heard already, but you like to listen to.
It's
Not the
on my-
playlist of things you've never heard and they're coming up
shorter
soon.
list.
I don't have a playlist of things I haven't heard. I don't think. Oh no, wait, I do. Actually, I have a list of things I haven't listened to yet.
Oh,
I do.
there you go.
It's short. Very, very
Marcus
short.
says, in the case of Deo, I think that was on purpose, and for me added to the otherworldliness.
Oh, an
Maybe.
interesting point. Yeah. Yep.
I guess. But like, what did it sound like to the people in the dinner with her, you know? Did they sound like it was coming out of her mouth, but sounded just like the record? But didn't sound like it was in the space? I mean, even if it was the record coming out of her mouth, it would have sounded like it was in the dining room.
Yeah. Just add a little reverb and you would have been perfect. I mean, just something. So it didn't sound like the original recording clean. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's just, you could tell it's a whole other track. Karen says, we know about John's fondness for puppets. What's that about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we interviewed.
Yes, we've
what was his name?
yes. When I wasn't
John.
here, you interviewed the puppet guy.
Oh man,
John
yeah,
Turturro.
Yeah, the guy that worked on the Fraggle
John
Rock.
Turturro. Yep. Yep.
That
Name
wasn't
dropping,
me.
Will.
That was Cat. I
I
just got the name right.
You said,
Anyway. Anyway. After the film, Belafonte's music became even more popular than it was 30 years earlier, introducing a whole new generation to the songs.
Yes.
It was fine. I don't know. I like the movie, but I don't know that for me it wasn't as a successful juxtaposition as I think they wanted it to be. I don't know, whatever. Who cares?
You mean the music, the soundtrack?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, as compared to the antics of the film. You got the supernatural shenanigans and then this Jamaican like folk music.
Yeah,
Don't know.
I'm gonna back you up on that, Will's Abductor, because I never really thought about that, but I like that song because it was in Beetlejuice. But I wouldn't like that song nearly as much outside of Beetlejuice had it never been in there. It just felt random. Like it didn't, it wasn't like a logical, like, of course it's Day-O. It's like, what the hell is this, Day-O? So
but
it just felt weird.
Of the movie?
Well, it is.
The vibe of the movie is kind of all over the place and random.
It just feels a bit one further step removed from the rest of the weirdness of the movie.
Okay.
Now that you mention it. Yeah, it's...
Okay.
I'll back you up on that a little bit.
I want to hear what you guys would have put in there.
I was trying to think that just now.
Yeah.
That's hard. I mean, yeah. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
I think if it sounded like it was in the space, I think I'd be fine with it. I know I'm being so wonky about this and nobody cares. All right, whatever.
We could do Monster Mash or Werewolves of London or there's all kinds of spooky stuff.
Is that too spot on though?
And then they could have been, they could have been howling and that could have sounded in the space. It would have been beautiful. See there?
Maybe an opera.
Yeah.
Maybe a comedic song. I don't know.
Or Queen. Scaramouche, Scaramouche.
Yeah. Thunderbolts and lightning. Okay.
Very, very frightening.
I probably would have enjoyed any of those, actually. Any of your selections.
Owl writes, Jeffrey Jones pleaded no contest and is now a registered naughty person.
Oh, wow.
Is that what it says on the form?
Yes. Oh, yes, it does.
Is that what I am tonight? Am I a registered naughty person too? Yeah.
Hi, I just moved to the neighborhood. I'm so naughty.
Dominic writes, Beetlejuice was a feel-good movie, according to Lauren Burbert.
Oh.
That's political. We don't get political.
Oh, my gosh.
But that's also factual as well.
Oh, my gosh.
Brian Lynn says, never have I heard an in-depth discussion about Beetlejuice in a semi-serious...
Neither have I. Semi-serious level?
Level, right.
Level. Neither have I,
being able
Brandon.
to read it as it is, as tiny as it is on the screen. Okay, hey. In other 1980s news, it's because the computer is like a good 2 feet away from me. That's why I could read it. In other 1980s news, more. Owl said before they died, Davis and Baldwin were listening to Belafonte in the attic. Oh, yeah, that's right. Day Wanawanga.
Ah, right.
Yeah. And then Nick says, Dawanawanga.
Dawanawanga.
Right, Nick. Very good, very good. Okay, let's see here. In other 1980s news, as reported by Bloody Disgusting, a Creepshow video game is on the way.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. I see a head shaking.
No.
Oh.
What's up? Oh, okay.
No, okay. I'm not judging the news. I'm judging the information in the news. Don't get self-conscious.
Come closer, come near. They said they were, you know what, I had a clip of this. Where did it go?
Oh. Uh-oh. Is it going to work?
No, I got so many programs and shit. Creepshow. Huh. I don't know where I saved it.
Maybe it's with Will.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask that kid.
It's locked up.
Check with him. We won't be able to hear him, but he'll try to answer.
He's been requesting is...
Did he eat the hat yet? It doesn't mean he might have eaten it though.
Might have eaten that hat already.
What's it made of?
Oh,
I've got to take off
nothing
my
edible.
I can't work my computer. Next time we do this.
Wait, what's your name? Red Rapper John.
DJ Johnny Red.
DJ Johnny Red. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Let's see. So here. I'm going to take my time and get this right.
We're ready.
Something I didn't say before the show.
I think probably 30 minutes in is the time to really get ready.
Definitely.
We're just getting warmed up. Literally, I had to take my glove off. I'm getting very warm. Put my glove back on.
Marcus said, registered naughty person, great rapper name. I like it.
Name.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I'm naughty by register. Not because I hate you.
You down with RNP?
RNP, yeah, you know me.
Here we go. Creepshow. Okay. A Creepshow video game is on the way.
Fortunes foretold. Come closer. Come near. Murder sees all. There's nothing.
Oh my goodness.
Horror game showcase Dread XP dropped the teaser for their upcoming adaptation of the iconic horror anthology series Creepshow. While no gameplay was shown and no specifics about the game were revealed, we don't know anything about it. Why am I even bringing it up? I don't know. It will, however, according to the developers, follow the films and TV show in retaining the anthology horror format, consisting of multiple self-contained horror stories that cross gameplay genres and tone. I will say, if you watch that video from which that audio was ripped, it's not scary or creepy at all. I mean, there's this big reveal of this guy, and it's like, he doesn't look ghoulish. He looks like a cowboy or something.
Did you watch this, Kat? Did you watch this teaser?
I somehow missed that.
All right.
The teaser.
Well, here, I'll tell you everything you need to know. Ready? There's a guy with a real big wide brim hat, but it's tipped down so you can't see his face.
Okay.
And so you're like, Creepshow, this is going to be that Crypt Keeper dude. This is going to be awesome.
Right.
And then he keeps going, blah, 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 something vaguely scary as you're getting closer to him. And then he goes, and now the big reveal of me. And he tips his hat up, and he's just some weird dude.
Oh.
Not even skeletal, nothing.
Not even skeletal?
Nothing.
Oh.
So not only was it not scary, it told me absolutely nothing about this game that's coming up. Beyond that, how do you turn Creepshow into a game? It just feels like a latch onto a IP to do whatever game you had planned. Well, it's an anthology. Therefore, it can be anything that I want it to be.
Right.
I don't have high hopes for this. Why do you announce it if you have nothing to show but that garbage?
Yeah.
It's all uphill from here, I guess.
Yeah. You think if they didn't have the funding by now, they're in trouble. Because anybody who saw that's like,
nope.
No thanks,
Nope.
pass.
Don't take that on Shark Tank.
I thought it was going. I thought it was going to be the Creep also, and the voice isn't even good. The voice actor or the actor Joe Silver, not producer Joel Silver, but voice actor actor Joe Silver did the voice of the Creep in Creepshow too. And that voice was creepy and weird to me, especially when it's combined with the cartoons. There's something very. And the music, I don't know, it's very unsettling. The cartoon segments, transitions in the Creepshow too.
Yes, I remember those.
Yeah. But this, this is like nothing. And I could see how you can make it work if it's like the animation from the movie. And maybe each level is like a story or something. But this is, I don't know, this is disappointing already.
But don't you think you've got to show us something of that? What they showed us was, it made me less interested in the game than before I'd heard of it somehow. It's like a trailer that made me negative more interested.
We are told that Dread XP, here you go, Marcus, I'm going to get back into it. Dread XP's Creepshow video game will bring the series to an interactive format in 2024 across multiple platforms. The game will feature the talents of several renowned independent video game developers, with the mortuary assistant developer Brian Clark acting as the game's creative director. I don't know, it means nothing to us.
They're working too hard at this.
Of course, the original movie we've talked about came out in 1982. It was written by Stephen King in his debut as a screenwriter and directed by George Romero, who also, of course, directed
Night of the Living Dead.
Yes. Have you seen it?
I started it. I didn't get to finish watching it yet, but we started it.
It was too scary.
Yeah.
Was it too scary?
I had to go to bed. I needed sleep. I couldn't watch anymore.
She got up to, they're
scary.
coming for you, Barbara. Click, turn this off. That's like the first
very early in.
They're in the house.
I think it's Barbara, right? Barbara?
I forgot her name. I don't know.
Anyway.
But they're in a house. Definitely in like a old farmhouse.
I would say watch the movies. I think Creepshow 2 is even better than Creepshow 1.
That's good advice.
What I recall. Yeah. More about this video game. All right. Yeah. Anything else here? Was Creepshow Stephen King, Wes Craven, or Clive Barker? Okay, we got Stephen King. All these horror properties are running together. Exactly, I do. Yes.
I agree, Karen.
I do. Yeah. Marcus says, I love how Will, and he says love, and I imagine it's in quotes. I love how Will is making linguistic decisions on a word-to-word basis.
I love it too.
I'm not married to it. Anyway, okay, very good. That was 1980s.
Very good.
He's
very
linguistically fluid.
Yes.
Oh.
That was 1980s. Booze. That sounds like an alcohol, though. That was 1980s. I don't know.
Oh, that's it. That's it.